Hát...
Hello, sziasztok mindenki, srácok!
Megveszem.
Witcher 3 Blood and Wine folytatás, hello!
Már ha kártyásként meg lehet.
Úristen, te még mindig kártyás vagy, ja?
Haja.
Elég gáz, ja?
Mindenki, akit ismerek, előfizus. És így jó kártyásnak lenni.
Hát visszaér mindenkivel.
Hát amúgy, ja.
A régi szép idő. 3 másodpercig ingyenes volt.
Azaz.
Csá, gyere! Legjobb idők voltak van.
Nem, meg a jó kis visszahívók.
Úristen, küldök egy visszahívóst.
Vagy küldjél VH-t, ha itt vagy a ház előtt.
Azok. Istenem, ez hatalmas.
Ne csenges, küld a VH-t. Voltak ilyenek, jó.
Haladunk tovább a basszonyba.
Visszanéztem, hogy ez a Buzi Pisti nyomta ma délelőtt, vagy mikor. Visszanéztem délután. Ezt megölte a Butterfly genyót, az öregasszonyt. Meg utána ment tovább a sztoriba, tudod, és akkor volt ott neki az a lovas boss, amit te nem láttál, hogy én megöltem.
Igen.
Akkor megölte még azt a Bika boss-t, azt láttad nálam, de azzal megszenvedett.
Elhiszem.
Ez egy csicska, nem lehet sátogni.
Hát ezeket meg kell
Letrekkel minden. Ez jó volt, azt tetszett. De előtte meg Big Happy volt, mert ugye megbaszta a Lady Butterfly-t, utána egyből átszellemült Pisti, addig hótideg. Amikor megöltem meg már, ha én vagyok a király. Meg Big jó kedvéért, meg a lovas boss, hát az gyengébb bosszok közé tartozik, azt ilyen 2-3 tryból meg lehet vágni. Azt is megölt, azt már Big izének hitte magát, azt a Bika boss egy kicsit azért. Az se volt nehéz, mert nem volt nehéz, csak az egy jó párszor azért megölte. És sajnos odáig már nem mentem, ez a Buzi átment a hídon, tudod, szembe, fölfele, baszott nagy lépcső, és akkor tudod, van ott az a szamuráj, azt hiszem azt a minibosst talán megölte, vagy ő meghalt, vagy nem tudom, azt hiszem elsőnek meghalt, utána lehet nem ölte még meg azt a szamurájt, aki körbe van véve 4 ilyen lövöldözős lófasszal, meg még nem ment föl a tetőre ott a shurikenes haigálós, vagy nem tudom mi az a frisbee haigálós lófaszokhoz, tudod? Ahol én ott ideg bajt kaptam, egyszer kigacsoltam volna pedig. Nem ment föl a bosshoz se, a szamurájhoz, aki szoptam, néztem tegnap egy jó 45 percet. Meg akkor utána lévőt se ugye, nem egyből balra ment, ahol majd tovább kell elvileg menni, hogy mi a fasz. Valami dungeonben, meg nem tudom. Kijutott valami új területre, csak aztán mondták neki, hogy oda még nem menjen, mert nem elég bassz. Szóval akkor nekem is muszáj ezt megölni előbb ezt a csicskát ott fenn. Meg aztán vissza kéne menni ezt a Lady Genyót megölni. Aztán már meg lehetne nézni esetleg a lila ruhást ott fenn. Faszomba az Pisti észre se vette, tehát az full kihagyta. Átment a hídon a faszba. Gondolom nem írta neki senki, hogy ott jobb oldalán van egy miniboss.
Hát majd írjad neki. Vagy ki vagy tiltva? Jaha!
Hát már ott rég túlhallott, úgyhogy tök megy. Nem tudom, hogy all boss run lesz, de... Ja meg, néztem ilyen videókat, és akkor láttam ezt az IGN-esek is streamelték, tudod.
Igen, nem mondtam tegnap neked.
Jaj,
nem ilyen szarul nézett már.
Ma belenéztem, és van az a boss, akit mutattam, hogy híd lesz, a fejetlen.
Igen.
És geci, ahol én mentem be, kurvára nem onnan kell megölni, meg rámenni, hanem van egy másik hely. Följebb, tehát az egy ilyen verem, vagy nem tudom, azt mondja, lyuk az egész. És van még fentebbről, rá lehet majd menni, és összedni a kávéval, nagyon jól csinálod. De azt gyerek sem tudta egyből megcsinálni, de egy ilyen kibaszott nagy találni rá lehet utána ugrani, ha minden igaz. És azért van ott olyan sötét, meg olyan köd, mert valami kibaszott házból le kell győzni valami boss, és akkor eltűnik a köd. Azért nem látsz szinte semmit. De a bossnak az a lassító aura az megvan, tehát még a gyerek se tudta leütni, bár mondjuk nem sokkal lehet erősebb, mint én. Ahogy néztem azt a mentését, hogy ne faszt.
Mi fasz? Az előbb még nem ide mutatott. Vagy ide? Ja, de ide mutatott, jó. Azt mondtam.
That's it, Roach. Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry.
Valami izé van. Aha. Valami big van itt.
Szólt nagy nyomok, ha? Azért...
Nyomunk.
Csicska.
Damn it. Killer must still be here. In the cellar. Gotta be. Claw wounds. From 5 separate claws. Spread of a small human hand. Woman from the inn was wearing this coat.
Jó, idefele hallottad gondolom a csihit.
Ja, kurva jó volt.
Killed with a single blow. Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara, though, or a flitter.
Vampírolaj gyorsan!
Gotta be. Footprints.
Elő a bestárium,
Small bare
ja.
feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck. Hurled against the wall with great force. Took a lot of strength to batter this down. Used this to batter down the grate.
Semmi loot, bazd. Ezért jöttem ide.
Azt hitted majd itt a ház kincsét megölöd.
Átbasz. Tudjunk.
You.
Ha vámpír,
Saw
hanem
you at the
meg kéne
end.
baszni.
I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood.
Mi a fasz? Így csöcsbe húrni, így
You
végre
don't have to fight.
Oké. Szétnyúlna az állkapcsolat.
You are wrong.
Meg fogunk baszni Ribont. Csak mondom. Júj, de szép a fegyverem! Meg a kardom is, ja?
I cannot let you leave.
Azt hitted mi? Szerintem az a neve, hogy bukszál. Hogy jöttem ki kombatból? Árulj már.
Már nem merték fordítani, nem?
Anyád, a kezem milyen pirosan, de mi az
Killed all
Isten, de
these
jó
men
ez.
to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though?
Az a fegyverencse. Az 50%-a ófasz.
Igen? Kurva jó.
Akkor látod, hogy aktív.
Aha. Kemény.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought.
Jó, az a nyomozós zene nekem nagyon
Head
adja.
swollen, and something took a few
Az a
bites out of it.
háttérzene.
Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Takarodj már.
So,
Különös
it
levágott
was
kéz.
clearly a
Oh.
monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Na majd a hercegasszony. Meg az udvarhölgyek. Mi?
Mi? Lovagi torna van, vagy mi a fasz? Nagyon megy a szurkolás.
Nem tudom. Ja.
Nem tudom!
Menjél, mert elfogy a belépő. Ja.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Palmerin, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Much as we might not like it, virtue's got nothing to do with it. Victory goes to the stronger.
So, is there no point to being virtuous?
Not what I said.
Then what's needed to vanquish villains?
A sharp sword and some skill.
But what if there's lots of villains and they've sharp swords too? And lots of skill?
That's where virtue starts to matter. Because they say the gods reward the virtuous after death.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents.
Kurva jó!
Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells dangling from your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher?
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Let's go.
Lehet venni olyan ilyen Witcher nyakláncot, Prox, full ugyanígy néz ki, világít a szeme vörösen és rezeg.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
Micsoda?
Mondom. Real.
Mondom.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
I'm real life.
Igen. Egy 10-es. 9500 forint.
És mi a faszom túl ezek?
Gondolom van benne, bazd meg egy... Gondolom.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Akkor az már nem kicsi. Nyaklánc.
Hát az ő medálja se kicsi. Ez simán elfér benne egy rezgőmotor, meg egy elem.
Damn it.
Ujjjj. Na, nekem kell megállítani itt a dolgokat, mi?
We have to help him.
Azaz, ki gondolta volna? Ja. Milyen cifra kardjaik vannak ezeknek? Hát ez gyanús, hogy nem vámpír.
Miért nem?
Hát nem tudom, így elsőre mágikus lényre tippelek. Lehet, hogy nem az, majd
Gotta
kiderül.
keep it down. Can't tell where we are when it hears us.
Nidda, hogy elgurult? Ez jó. Nagyon jó.
How long are you gonna make me wait?
Nem lehet megütni. Tudom, hogy kőanyút már nyelvem, srácok, nem kell. Ilyenkor koncentrálj rá. Hát akarodj. Ez a bubóz bebasz. Ezek. Jesus! Mi a fasz? Srácok, ez mi a catch? Gyere köcsön.
Ami jó kérdés.
Van-e? Nem néztem most talán.
Játsz. Nézd.
Oké. Kakó ment, én azt láttam.
Láttam. Nézzé, küldobó. Nem, küldobó.
Roxy még egy Transformers nem látott.
Én se. Gyöket szokáltam. Biztos összekötődik. Na jó, egyet láttam, de félig, mert éppen szoktak közben, de hát...
Nem láttátok a Transformers-eket? Bassza meg! Hogy lehetek én ilyen Discordon?
Műveletlenek vagyunk.
Hogy lehetsz te itt inkább, az a kérdés. Aha.
Hát akkor megvan egy heti program, hogy megnézzük mind a 5 részt.
Hagyjál már.
Ez
De azt tudom mennyire itt van. De amúgy
egy
tényleg
szívesség, küldongó, geci.
nincs köze hozzá, mert reboot. Amúgy.
Creed 2, az még szépen az volt.
Ja.
Aha.
Ez az jó.
Jó.
Meg lehet nézni.
Azt hittem az egyet néztek. Jó, gecik lettek.
that Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Mi legyen, üldömről, vagy nézzem meg a klikket?
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Azt, hogy nézzed a Creed 2-t.
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
Nekem ezek a Transformers dolgok valahogy nem...
It is his right!
Ezt lehet, hogy
Long
jó.
live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast!
Na, mi?
Mondom, te se ölted meg a testnyert.
The lad came damned close to dying.
De én azt szúrtam.
Igen.
Not hurt at all.
Ja,
De a kígyó.
Vivian?
azt mondják végezzen ki,
Smile
akkor
as befits a
kivégzem.
hero and keep silent.
Kígyó.
Jó báb vagy.
Speech clearly paints you. She approaches.
De izé.
De mondja a legetibb döntés, ugye? Nem ölöm meg!
We must
Én azt hittem
talk.
szek.
Vivian.
You shall talk
Addig már
later
még én
in the
szekülök.
medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
Hát benyomhatunk egy
And I'm truly
remek 8-as partit, vagy nem tudom
See to our
hányan
young
megkapták.
hero. Hop, hop.
Ott a bal oldali az skipelem.
We should talk.
Ja, elég lesz
We
itt
had
a
been long awaiting the
hercegasszony meg a
had nearly
Josszés.
lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace.
Itt a
My
szörny.
contract.
Ja, nem.
I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we
Oda
regret.
is jött a
Yes,
Creed
deeply
2 miatt.
regret
Bazd
rescinding the
meg,
death sentence
közölhessek
justly handed
vele
down.
helyett azt olvastam, hogy
If we could turn back
közösülhessek
time,
vele,
we'd make
na.
certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure him broken in the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the
Hát először
legends
leszopsz,
Do Witchers
aztán
usually
segbe
demand
basz. Mi?
that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Legyünk
Not quite, Your
szejtelmesek.
Grace. Law of surprise. It's something we invoke at
Nézem
times,
azt a
but
szart
rarely.
törketek, hogy...
Usually we just take
Ó,
gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic.
ó, hát tudtam, mit kell
On
válaszolni.
returning to the palace,
Mindjárt
we would
bemegyünk a
likely
bugyiba.
find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate.
Remélem lehet alkudozni.
Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt.
Egy palotát
The
kérek, egy
coin
100-as
will be
legendary
yours
fegyvert.
only once you have slain the beast.
Ja.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But, Corvo Bianco,
Meg nagyobb
isn't it the
falkat, nem?
Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck.
Azt a húrva.
He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in a gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delacroix. It was years ago.
Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
Horses! Csapassunk, gyerünk! Na, szarba lett. Ja.
Your Grace!
Aha. Azaz. Hogy megnéztük őket, hello? Ennyi. Öcsém.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness, I...
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
Picsája.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Arvad kurvák.
Csóró csávóra, ennyi se maradt nekem, jó?
Körül. Felkeltőjeles küldi lesz az a ezüstkard? Vagy már fel tudom venni valahol?
Your Grace seems right at home in a saddle.
Mindent fölvettem, úgyhogy nem tudom. Mondom, azt se tudtam,
hogy az a mindent fölvettem.
Hát de én a felkeltőjeleseket is.
Ja.
Clear the path! Clear the way, I said!
Nem durva ez a palota amúgy.
Ja, alig. Anyád, az a hegy ott szemben, mi a fasz?
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being
Menj a
The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg.
Jajaj! Istenem, geci, ez az.
With these in hand, they can deduce where the hair.
Lábad elé. Ja.
Ó, megyek már.
Mean we need to find those things too.
Vagyok.
We've no other options, but time
Oh,
is
hello,
of the
pa.
essence, so we shall have to break the rules. With no time to lose. 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 On second thought, through here.
Azt vágod, hogy be lehet állítani a beállításokba, hogy
I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up.
Trishnek is, meg nem is tudom, hogy fekete újsajt ezeknek ilyen random kinézete legyen.
Well, I nab the phoenix egg.
Igen.
That will be quickest.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Fiorano of the 1290 vintage. I do encourage you to try it.
Only on an empty stomach.
És tényleg ez az alternatív kinézet?
Perhaps an apple will work.
Mi ez a
Or some
balladai
sweets.
hősök
We would not be
kiegészítő
in this
pintkártya
predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Anyád. Ja. Ki gondolta?
Come on, stay calm. Shh, calm down.
Nehéz volt. Ja.
Now.
Öcsém, ez aztán küldi volt a javából.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Flagrant cheating is what it is. Sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper
Oké, hát hagyjatok már.
Wanna fight? Step on up.
The cheek at him, Jace.
Arcátlan bitang!
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Ez úgyis erősséged. Ha.
The impotence. Defend yourself, rogue.
De még hogy körbeállnak.
Defend yourself, rogue.
Come on, come closer.
néz ki az alternatív.
Igen, nem próbáltam ki.
Ezt le kell fényeljem.
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
He's a cheat, a cat. The impotence. He's a cheat, a cat. The impotence.
Hello?
Halt! Vagrant! I demand satisfaction!
Fuck off. No time. Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Unworthy. Entirely inappropriate behavior. A complete collapse of social norms.
Welcome, no play, right, Witcher? Nothing
Right,
to see
Witcher?
here. Move on.
Istenkém, azt mondja. Ó, hogy szok ki a kurva anyád azt. Ez volt ugye?
Fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Where are your manners?
Kussoljatok.
What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in the water?
Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
Toffi. Érted? Toffi. Porka, toffi, kurva anyja. Minden van. De jó. Még majdnem megvan.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavily coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Add ide a kurva, ja.
Bombard stretch.
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful!
Hogy a kurva anyád. Elsüllyesztem a faszomba ezt a hajót. Szállj már ki!
Mon ami?
Mon ami?
It's positively useless. She can't possibly see.
Pava. It's a pava.
You are the famed Geralt of Rivia.
Nemes kisasszony, hát.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
Nem hiszem, hogy jól fordítom, de jó.
Geralt! At last.
Ez inkább az úgy kell fordítani, hogy én vagyok a törvény, vagy nem tudom.
Show me yours.
Most mit mondott?
Who wrote this drivel?
Úgy volt.
Like a crone.
Azt mondta, hogy I am the rules, és úgy volt fordítva, hogy én írom a szabályokat.
With a head of hard cheese.
Na. Hát ilyen PC fordítás.
Úristen.
Na hol lehet? Ja.
Fogalmam sincs. Ja.
Az a te válaszod.
Miért is valami éléskamra vagy ilyesmi, hát az egyértelmű lenne, hogy ott van, nem? Tehát így, bazd meg, hát...
Mice and cheese. Palace pantry, maybe?
No. The hare is obliged to hide here in the gardens. Look, if we take roe, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse!
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
Azt a kurva. Mi a fasz?
What the butch?
Ja!
What was that?
Dracula, hello? Boss fight, hello. De jól néz ki a kardon.
Ezt megölöd, öcsém, akkor nem tudom, mit csinálok. Ha.
Mert?
I'm here.
Mi ez olyan rész, hogy le fog győzni?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
De miért úgyis tovább mehet a történet, hogy legyőzöm, meg úgyis, hogy nem?
Aha.
Hát bazdmeg, menteni kellett volna, geci.
Előtte volt elvileg egy automatikus mentés.
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. You see, I've something to
Mi ez
do.
olyan faszó, vagy mi a fasz?
More murders.
Nem tudom.
Tudom!
Not counting yours.
Azt a kurva. Jesus, elég baszón néz ki, ó.
Lehet, hogy vampír, de nem biztos, mi?
Kill again.
Come on.
Hogy emlékeztél?
Mondom, mintha belém nagyobbat ütött.
How long you gonna make good?
Nekem nem volt a basszú tanács. 3 ütésből megölt.
Igen.
How long are you gonna make me wait?
Védekezni tud mindenképpen a játékban.
Bárcsak így tudnék védekezni a Sekiróba is. Mi?
Körül.
To stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Csoda! Takarod már, te
Hello, Geralt.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You all right?
All is well. All's in order.
Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened, it was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one night since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Everyone's got their reasons, but he's crossed a line. Want him to stop, don't give a damn why he's doing it.
Perhaps you should. Motivations change the contours of all situations. A thief who steals to feed his family versus one who steals out of greed. Would you not treat them differently?
Mean to suggest Dettlaff's killing out of some worthy, dire need?
I merely suggest he's not a bloodthirsty monster who murders simply for the joy of it. That's just not him. Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him. Immensely.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Bra.
Loot! Ja. Majd nézd meg ezt a képet. Ez az alternatív.
Hát ezzel a sikerült felbomolni, de az nincs itt semmi, bazd meg.
Ez nem a Sekiro.
Ok.
Kicsit jobb az alternatív téma. Triszt meg Sirit, azt nem látom, hogy mint.
My legs! I can't.
Now bring us some sticky
Hope she looked down.
Höll, ez köld. Ezért akartam megnézni. Sokáig itt van az a szett amúgy. Tetszik a cső. Tűcséba i7.
Morgan's birthday tomorrow. Keep an eye hold.
So you're back?
Wouldn't.
És kajak 41-es most ez a páncél, beszarsz.
Ez felszkél, vagy ez mi?
Aha. Ez 16-os amúgy, és ha elérod a 41-es szintet, akkor ez is 41-es lesz. De elég geci sokat levéd. 15%-a többet levéd mindenből, mint a medve. Viszont az adrenalin...
És 50-esként jössz vissza?
Nem, csak 41-es lesz.
Hát akkor szokni vele.
De hát elég jó amúgy. Ja, hát meg nem tudsz bele semmit rakni pluszba. Nincs benne hely. Várj ez. De amúgy nem rossz, tehát így nem szedsz ki semmit, akkor ez egy baszó szett igazából. Elég jó. Undviki szett. Ja, mindenben többet lefog. Hát szörnyek ellen nem. Hát igen, ez ilyen, hát ja. Hát de nekem már nem éri meg kivenni így, hogy megvan a nagymester. Szett.
Mondtam.
Hát, a medve az jobb amúgy. Ja. De aki nem akar mellékküldizni, meg faszolni, annak faszol. Jó. Meg hát mondjuk ettől még fegyvered nincs, tehát...
Nem láttam még olyat, aki abszolút nem mellékküldizett ebbe a gamebe.
Hát még én is nyomtam, pedig az nagy szó. Ja?
Az olyan, aki ebbe a gameben nem mellékküldizik, az végig se viszi.
Amúgy jogos. Jogos. Mikor lesz a te szülőnapod?
Mi között hozzá? Ja.
Hát hogy tudjam, mikor adjam oda az ajándékot. Mi? Aha!
Igen. Május 10 amúgy.
Neked is rendeltem valamit, meg annak a buzinak is. Annak meg volt a szülőnapja.
Szóval, igen?
Ja.
Most már kíváncsi vagyok. Remélem egy műbroki.
Let's go! XXL-es.
Hopp. Beakadt a stream.
Pedig nincs drop.
Csak egy másodpercre állt meg, de akkor lehet nálam. Nem tudom.
Biztos, hogy tetszeni fog, mert tudom, hogy tetszeni fog.
Regis.
Hát akkor Real Madrid mi? Nem.
Mi a fasz? Úristen, be kell ülni őket. Ó, ezt utálom. Ez az. Folytatod végre a harc közben! Hát akkor combat off. Hello? Így már jó? Játék így már jó? Kurva anyád. Én is így gondoltam.
Kicking wars. Fiddles aplenty around here. Damn you.
Csak kell találnám a újtótésekkel. Azt az biztos hátra már.
Some stench. Damn it.
No.
Someone placed an illusion here.
Ezt már szeretem. Hello? Lovági estőrcsén.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind. But we did not meet, so I could prove how very original I am.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Miért ilyen eres a pofánk, mi?
Vampires can evade detection by the senses.
Hát
A
alapból
low
így
divination
néznek a
magic
főzött
works on us.
mérgezéssel.
Even the most precise megoscope would be useless.
Csak nem tudom, gondolom a
Could this help?
patch-sel vagy valamivel most így nem mutatja, csak ilyen cutscene-ekbe.
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
Mi a fasz?
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Még hagyj nézek körül itt a barlangba, légy szí, játékos. Kell a loot. Kell a loot. Hát menjünk már el. Hogy kell lootolni helyet, öcsém.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned, him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Not really in the mood for your concoctions. Especially given how they make you say things you'd rather keep to yourself. Remember that aspect very well.
Geralt of Rivia, do I detect a guilty conscience? Word is, only those ashamed of the truth seek to conceal it.
Not about to fall for that. Forget it. Need a nap, and that's how I'm gonna use this time.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the whites' saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making a concoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes,
see you later.
Later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Csoki! Na, majd nézem, milyen láda volt itt mögöttem. Hát, láttam ám a ládát, hello. Azt hitte játék, ott vagyok benne. Nyomunk csak vissza. Hahaha! Mondja. Nem kell. Voltunk. Milyen fegyvert utoltunk? Azt nézzük csak. 41-es. Páncéltörő, meg a hóra vágja, de nem is rossz. Nem is rossz. Jó, PZL lehet adni. Hello? Na hát. Tudtam én, hogy megéri visszajönni, öcsém. Hát ez jobban is megérhette volna visszajönni. Hopp. Tehát azt mondom, hogy arany van benne. Ahogy ez a big piák. Regeneráló főzet receptje. Hello? Dooku. What? Ja. Viszont, ja. Nyomtad a Sekirót?
Nem.
Nem is farmoltál?
Nem. Pistit néztem vissza.
Come on.
Come on, Roach. Mi a gecik ezek? Ilyen vampír formának néznek ki. Vagy van egy kiáltójelek. Na gyere buda. Halló? Ez vörös mutagány volt? Majdba. Persze, hogy nem. Te? Hoppá! Na, most melyiket aktiváljam mellé? Hát ez geci durva, de ez is nagyon jó. Ezt is ki kell rakni pedig majd. Sőt, ez is jó. Hát azért minden jó. Tehát most egyre erre kell rámenni, ugye? Nem? Mi a fasz? Nem lehet mind a kettő? Mindegy, az akkor is jobb. De miért nem... Itt miért nem tudom beaktiválni a másodikat, mikor itt már kettes van? Elvileg. Jó, hogy itt kaptam pluszt. Aha. De itt egyszerűen csak egy lehet aktív? Itt vagy prox?
Jó.
Itt soha nem lehet majd több aktív egynél?
Nem.
Hát ez mekkora csicskaság már. Hopp, itt egy másik ilyen életmegmentő genyó. Menj a picsába, ez milyen durva jobb alsó, te! Ha maximumon van az adrenalin, 45%-kal csökkenti az egy beérkező támadásokat. Anyád! Hát az elég kemény, nem? Kéne rakni majd valamit. Mindig berakom ezt, de most nem ez lesz benne úgy. Vannak itt amúgy. Ó, hát ez adrenalin pontok növelik a fegyver sebzését, ezt be fogom rakni szerintem. Ezt oda bevesszük. Most hogy szintet fogok lépni? Régi levél. Rezsimány egyes. Hát nem tudom, Geci, ez a játék, hallod? A sztori játékok koronázatlan királyok ez.
Persze jó, mi?
Hát ez... bis. Ez annyira bis, hogy... Én azt hittem, hogy a... Jó, mai napig imádom, hogy a... Mi a faszom? Metro az milyen geci jó. Hát jó, teljesen más a két játék, de elbújhat.
Több azért... Jó, mondjuk... Könyv alapján megy, azt hiszem ez a... game, szóval... Ott tényleg olyan, mint egy trónok harca. Mondjuk a Metro is egy könyv alapján.
Jó fasz. Hello? Volt benne tudsz. Come on, Bert, érted? Az már valami.
That's it, Roach.
beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something.
Az összes karat összegyűjtjük és lesz ezüstöm.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. A spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector. Yep, just as normal as the last Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse. And it's been trying desperately to lift it. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Most azt nem értem, Prox, hogy ide miért nem lehet ilyen képességet berakni, vagy ilyet?
Csak pirosat lehet. Amilyen a szín.
Hát ez tök szar. Ja de várjál, nem azért lehet csak pirosat, mert ittben piros van benyomva?
Én mit mondtam?
Öcsém. Hát, nagyon meg van ez variálva, bazd meg. Ezt állítjuk be. Tehát sebzünk. Ez jó. Jó, és akkor ide ki kéne raknom. Van itt valami ezt, mi? Ezt kéne hozzá, de ez is kellene majd. Ja, igen. Igen, hát ennyi, bazd meg. Jó, azt hiszem a következő stream arról fog szólni, hogy az összes erőhelyet megkeresem. Ja! Hát itt a zöldön belül el kéne jutnom itt az utolsó hípasz, meg a vadász ösztönhöz.
Empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Mi? Rejteket itt. Öcsém. Nem akarod nyomni a Sekirot, ja?
Mi van?
Sekirot nem akarod nyomni?
Most farmolok.
Igen. Már nyomnád, akkor állítom, azt nézem. A kanálbestia. Ja. Spoon monster. Jézus Isten, hogy néz ki, öcsém. Megtámadom!
Damn it. Gotta catch it. Seems I'll have to kill the white in its own junkie.
Van egy pár kanala. Mekkorát üt, öcsém. Én sem panaszkodhatok, Geci, sima ütéssel 3700 light-ot adtam.
Ajaj. Tehát az is szar, hogy beraktam.
Now to carve out its salivary glands.
Dökrém trófea. Ennyi. Hát azt hitted itt hagyom, miből a játék? Azt hitted itt hagyom a játék. Sem azt hittem valami baszó ezéhez, ládához kell a kulcs. És a hátsó kijárathoz köt. Nem sem volt semmi láda, ez ennyi. Roach. Ja, az lehet, hogy jó, amit kiraktam. Meg még pluszba ugye a képesség is, amit kiraktam. Az is biztos növel rajta. Azért tudsz te ilyen 10-ezreket ütni be az elejétéssel. Azon te is ilyeneket pakolsz ki. Minél nagyobbat üss. Kurva rossz fele jöttem amúgy, bazd meg. De most már fél utó vagyok.
Ha meg lehet több receptem van, mint neked. És minél több recept, azt hiszem, annál több damage.
Nem, minél több recept, annál több izét tudsz felrakni. Mi az? Elixírt, hogy mi a recept. És így annál több damage. Annál több a mérgezés. Nem?
Hát 4-et tudok én is felrakni. Olvasd már, ne.
Take it easy.
Mit olvassak el? Maximális főzet mérgezést nyomja meg.
Nem azt, ami a új izétben van.
Ja. A főzet mérgezés minden egyes pontja.
Akkor lehet nem is rossz, olyan rossz az a Mountain Corsage. Na, ez főzött mérgezést.
Ja, minden szed biztos jó ki van balanszolva, úgyhogy minden ágon faszán.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Send your spies after me?
My watchers. Were something to go wrong, I could then arrive quickly to help.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell.
Az a lényeg,
As our
átoknak
flesh
az a lényege,
changes,
hogy
so does our blood's chemical composition.
ne
To
üljön
make a
veled
long story
senki egy
short,
asztalhoz, ne legyen kanál,
I
ami
need to induce in
csillapítja az
myself a state of
éhséged, vagy
strong
valami ilyesmi, és
psychokinetic
akkor az a lényeg, hogy
arousal.
kanál nélkül kell
In
lenni
brief,
vele,
madness,
önszántatból.
rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
És akkor megtörik a...
Alright, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Teshamutna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be
És
confined.
egy ilyen öreg anyó lesz
You
belőle,
will lure beasts there.
aki
Beasts you will then
visszament az
kill.
én birtokomra,
The
vagy
bloodletting should
visszavitte
prove
Geralt,
profuse.
és most ő nekem
Abundant enough
főz.
so that the
Aha.
blood scent will drive me mad, wild.
Teshamutna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment, a torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshamutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Little expedition's starting to sound dangerous. Think I better prepare.
I understand completely. Do tell me when you're ready to set off.
All is in order.
Greet. This help.
Ó, anyát se rakadtam a basznak.
What if?
Good luck.
Where are you skittering off to?
Another murder by the horrid beast. Milton the Peyrat falls victim to his own cowardice. The beast of Beauclair has struck again. Citizens, beware of the beast. Turn your
Ott is van írva 210%-ban. Azt a... Csak 210%-ot nyom a sebzésembe. Ja! Az a talent. Hello. Ott írja az. Na jó, srácok, köszönöm már a figyelmet. Holnap folytatjuk. Vigyázzatok magatokra. Jó hét!